Arihi Om Shanno Mitra Shamvarunah Shanno Bhavadvaryama Shanna Indro Brihaspatihi Shanno Vishnu Rukramaha Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayo Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvameva Pratyaksham Brahma Vadishyami Rutham Vadishyami Satyam Vadishyami Tanmam Avatu Tadvaktaram avatu avatu mam avatu vaktaram. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namasabhaya. Sanatana Dharma 101 class offered by International Hindu University. Vedas and National Welfare. Today's lecture we will focus on Vedas and their influence on national and global welfare. Those Veda Shabdas are universal. They seek for the welfare of the humankind. And Vedas also chronicle the way of life, which we saw in the last class, how people on the banks of Sindhu river or on the banks of oceans, how civilization flourished. The protector was the king in those days. He took care of the people, and the people in turn did what best they could do to show their loyalty to the king. So there was a harmony, which we saw using Rig Veda. Then the Rig Veda continues. So the Rig Veda is assembled based on how Rishis and the progenies of the Rishis grouped them. And today's class we will focus on how, of course, Vedas are like an ocean. We cannot cover it in a single term. But it is very important to know how Vedas, apart from being used as mantras for Srautakarya or Smartakarya, Vedas basically reveal goodness. Vedas are nothing but doctrines for good living. That is what the focus of this class. Today's class is Vedas and national global welfare. In other words, if these Vedas are seeking the welfare, they are nothing but Rashtra Geetham. Vedas are Rashtra Geetham. That is very important. So, every country takes their national anthem to be so pious, and we respect national anthems and we revere national anthems. For Bharath Desh, it is Jana Gana Mana, which talks about the nature, the geography, the people, the bounty, and we show the respect by singing it. So Rashtra Geetham. So the Rashtra Geetham talks about the nation. In other words, when talking about the nation, it asks for the unity among people, whether it is in Bengal Des or in Dravida Des or in Gurjara Des or in Kashmir Des. It's one Bharat and we seek for unity. Similarly, every country reveres its own national anthem. So these national anthems in a way might have taken clues from Vedas. Veda beautifully talks about the importance of Nesha, the importance of globe, and the importance of well-being by chronicling the bounties. And it asks for the well-being of the person who is ruling or who is governing. In those days, in Vedic days, it was Raja. So Vedas are nothing but Rashtra Geeta. So we'll start with one example. So if the people who govern the land are good, if they govern according to certain principles, if they govern according to dharma, yatha raja tatha praja. ये तो very popular adage है. Popular gatheyam. Gatheyam means used words. So, yatha raja tata prata. So, the praja, Veda takes the shape of praja. and then it asks for the well-being of the governing person. Even though it talks as a Raja, basically it seeks the blessings of those who govern. That is the reason some countries have the procedure of starting their parliamentary session or starting their congressional session with invoking certain gospels. Right? So, Vedas does it. Vedas ask for the well-being of the people who govern, ask for the well-being, mental well-being of the people who govern, so that they can make good laws. They can debate and come to some conclusion. So Vedas are nothing but Rashtra Geeta. Beautiful. So Rigved does it in a beautiful way. So Rigved asks, hey Raja, hey governing person, let you be firm like a mountain. Don't waver in your thoughts. Be focused. How do you want to be focused? You want to be focused like Indra, because Veda portrays Indra a lot. In Veda, Indra is considered to be a superior devata. So it gives an example. Hey Raja, let you be like Indra, unwavering. And then you govern this nation without wavering, and we pray the Supreme to give bounty to this land. Knowingly or unknowingly, in all Shubha Karyas, when you start after Visvaksena Aradhana and Visvaksena Puja, we recite this mantra not knowing its beautiful meaning. Why would they keep it when you are doing a Mangala Puja or Mangala Karya? Because, as I told you, Vedas are the guidebook for living. So, at least when you recite this, when you do a Mangala Karya, when you do a Kalyana, when you do a Upanayana, or when you do Punyaha Vachana, at least you recite this. Once you recite this, at least one time or other you will think about the meaning. So we will see. Many Purohit recites this. But the significance is, this mantra asks for the stability, political stability, good mindedness for the governing person. While the governing persons are governing it with good law, the country is supposed to flourish. This is the meaning of this mantra. But we keep this when we do some Shubha Karya. Parvata iva vichachalihi indra iveha druvastishta iha rashtamudaraya idam indro adhidarat. What a beautiful poetic meter and poetic sound. So, that is the beauty of Veda. It tells great things, but it does it in a rhythmic way so that it becomes easy to recite. And some way or other, these Rishis were smart. They picked such Vedas which are nothing but doctrines for living well, and they infused in the daily ritual. So when you start after Visvaksena Aradhana, when you do the Kumbha Pratishtha, you start this. All the Purohit recites. Imagine even one person reciting, it creates such a vibe. Imagine if 10 people are sitting in that Vedika and they recite this. Everybody recites. Parvata iva vichachalihi indro ive druvastishthata druvastishta iha rashtamudaraya idam indro adhidarat. They do that. Then Druvante Raja Varuno Dhruvandevo Brihaspatihi Druvanta Indrascha Agnischa Rashtandharayatam Dhruvam. Why did they keep this mantra? When you are doing the Kalyana Muhurta and all the Sabha, in Sabha all the relatives are assembled. So you have to invoke the God. Then you say, this Sabha, may this Sabha give us the strength. After you do that, you take these Mangala Dravyas like Kadali Palam, Narikelam, all these fruits and Akshata, because it's an auspicious site. So they start by showing auspiciousness. So the Purohit takes that plate with all these Mangala Dravya. While doing it, this is what they say. Right? So this is what they say. Parvata iva vichachalihi Indro iveha druvasthishta iha rashtramudaraya idam indro adhidarat Dhruvante Raja Varuno, Dhruvan Devo Brihaspati, Dhruvanta Indrascha Agnischa, Rashtram Dharayatam, Dhruvam. It talks about the stability of nation. What has that got to do with that Shubha Muhurt? Because until you have a peace, all this Shubha Karya cannot happen. So, hey Lord, make this country to be a stable country. See, what did we say? Vedas are nothing but way of life. But when you know the meaning, so it says, let this land be stable and the governing person, you be like Indra. And you do not waver in your thoughts. Be determined like a mountain. Parvata iva vichachalihi. Don't be chalabudhi. Be achalabudhi. Be firm. Like what? Like mountain. Mountain doesn't move. Parvata iva achachal. Parvata iva vichachali. Okay. You be firm like mountain. How should you be? Indro iveha dhruva. Be stable and determined like Indra. Thishta. You be stable and determined like Indra. Iha rashtramudaraya. Let you govern. Let you uplift the Rashtra by being like a mountain without wavering. Idam Indro adhidarat. Let that Indra, let that good Lord provide you with bounty. And then he says, Dhuvante Raja Varuno. In Veda, Varuna Devata is called Raja. But Indra is superior. But the nickname Veda uses for Varuna is Raja. So Dhruvante Raja Varuno. So it invokes nature then. Dhruvante Raja Varuno, Dhruvan Devo Brihaspati, Brihaspati, Jnana Devata. May you be firm. Varuna, may you be firm. Firm means may you do your duty well. So what is the duty of Varuna Devata? To pour rain. If rains, Sashyas will grow well on timely fashion, then the country will be stable. Let Brihaspati you be stable. What is the purpose of Brihaspati? He is the Ati Devata for Jnana. So let people have good thoughts. Dhruvan Devo Brihaspati, Dhruvanta Indrascha Agnischa Ye Indra. Then it praises the two major Devatas praised. Who are the two major Devatas? The Prathama Devata is Indra and the second one is Agni. So it starts praising Varuna, then it starts praising the Brihaspati, Jnana Devata, and then it praises the superior Devata in Veda, that is Indra, who is a Niyanta. And then it praises Agni. Dhruvante Raja Varuno, Dhruvan Devo Brihaspati, Dhruvanta Indraha, Cha Agni, Cha mane and. Hey Indra and Agni, you be firm in doing your duty. Rashtram, why? Rashtram Dharayatam. This nation should be firm. When this nation is firm, when the governing person is firm like a mountain, the country will be peaceful. When the country is peaceful, then only you will be able to do anything you want. Peace is important. So this comes in Rig Veda. Why would we say it in everyday good function? The reason is, it's not simply memorizing. That was not the purpose of Rishis. They did it in such a way, so whether it is an Apastamba or it's Bodhayana or it's Yajnavalka, they were people with great jnana, great buddhi, great dharana sakti. So they went and picked these things. This is somewhere in Prathama Mandala, some sukta. And the Rishi is Dhruva Rishi. It talks, the Rishi who culled all this portion is Dhruva Suktam. You can also call it as a Dhruva Suktam, although it is not named like this. But the Suktam itself will have lot of word Dhruva. So that Rishi would have thought so much, and then the later day saints like Apastamba, Bodhayana, Vasishta, Yajnavalka, Parasara, they would have picked this from, one is from Rigveda. One mantra will be from Brahmana Bhaga. One mantra will be from Aranyaka Bhaga. One mantra will be in the Saptama Kanda of Yajushyakam. So they just picked it because these are all seeking the well-being of the nation. So that is the reason this is very important. So it is not simply that some Purohit comes, that Purohit memorizes, but there is an underpinning thing that these are the always we seek the well-being of the people. When you seek the well-being of the people, we invoke Devatas, we do Mangala Sasanam to Devatas. Okay, so meanings are also important. Then it says, somewhere in a Samhita Bhaga, it will say, Namo Raghe, Namo Varunaya, Namo Aswaya, Namo Prajapataye, Namo Dipataye. Then it says, Hey Raja. It doesn't specify who the Raja is. So depending on the circumstance, if you are praying before Vishnu, you invoke Vishnu to be the superior Rajyate iti Raja, one who rules. That particular on a Rama Navami, the god that rules that particular day is Ram. So he is Raja. Namo Raghe, Namo Varunaya, Namo Swaya, Aswaya, Namah Prajapati. Aswa means it's horse. But that what does horse signify? Horse signifies for valor. Or signifies for power. So down there somewhere in one Samhita Bhaga, these phrases will come. So the Rishis thought about it, because in those days they had lot of memory, they had lot of knowledge, they had lot of understanding. So they would have plucked it and then kept it in a structured form, so that on daily recitals, on some all these 40 samskaras, when you do all these samskara, Purva and Aparabhaga samskara, they would use these mantras. So that, but the meaning is superior meaning. Okay, two sections we saw. Namo Raghe, Namo Varunaya, Namo Swaya, Namah Prajapataye, Namo Dipataye is in Samhita Bhaga of Yajushyakam, Taitriya Yajur Bhaga. The Pratama mantra, what Parvata Iva Vichachalihi, Indro Ive Hadruvasthita, Iha Rashtramudaraya, that comes in Rigved. So, but in a karma done by a Yajur Shaka Adhyayi, these come because the Rishis, out of their benevolence, cherry picked all these, because when you are doing a good thing, you want stability. So you invoke Dhruva, you invoke determination, you invoke the Adhipati for giving determination. This is how things start. Then almost all, whether you do Punya Vachana, whether you do Suktam, whether you do Bhakti Puja, this Shanti Mantra comes, and this Shanti Mantra seeks for the well-being of the whole world, well-being of two-legged animal, well-being of four-legged animal, well-being of plants and trees. That comes in the Brahmana Bhaga. Without knowingly, we memorize and recite. Tachanyor Avrini, that comes in Taitriya Brahmanam. Tachanyor Avrini Mahe. Avrini means we seek or we pay respect. But the actual meaning is Tat Sham Yaha Avrini. That Sham, that gives peace. So we seek peace and Shanti. Tat Sham Yo Ravrini Mahe. But Vedas have its own way of mixing words. Because see, when you recite, it gives the vibe. You are able to memorize. But then you have to split the meaning. Tat Chanyor Avrini Mahe. Then how do you split it? Tat, that. Sham mane peace. Shankara. Sam mane peace. Sam mane safety. That peace. We want peace. People say only some religions say peace be with you. No. Our daily prayers end with this Shanti Mantra. But if you know the meaning, hey peace, I want you. Avrini, we desire peace. That peace, what peace? Peace for safety, peace for prosperity, peace for good health. Tacham shammane peace, shammane mangalam. Tasham yaha avrini mahe ghatum yajnaya, you protect. Gatum, grow or protect, anything you can. Let all the good activities flourish. Gatum yajnaya, that, can you believe this comes in the third Ashtaka of Brahmana? Somewhere. Third Ashtaka of Brahmana, That rishis like Bodhayana picked it and they said, recite it daily. Hey Manush, recite it daily. Because the meaning is so good. Gatum yajna mane kriya, anything. You want to pass the exam, you want to do some good thing, you want to do puja, you want to dig a road, anything, that is yajna. Gatum yajnaya, so the country flourish. Let there be more dams built. Let there be more highways built. Gatum yajnaya, let all these grow. Gatum mane grow. Gatum yajnapataye, the people who do this, let them also flourish. You see, what best you want? Vedas are not simply for memorization. No, Vedas are for living. So please, we can't understand Sapta Kanda. That will take the whole life. But like the Rishis did, the classes have to pick these pearls which we do daily. Gatum yajnaya, gatum yajnapataye, dhaivi swastirastu naha, for us swasti mangalam, ye devatas. It doesn't say what devata, it's up to you. If you are liking Dwarakanath, you say Dwarak. Hey Dwaraka, dhaivi swastirastu astu, let there be prosperity, let there be mangalam, because of you, naha, for us. Daivi swastirastu naha, swastir manushebhyaha, plural. Let there be swasti, mangalam for the entire humankind. Swastir manushebhyaha, then comes beauty. Urjam jigatu beshajam. Urjam mane to grow from down to up. So beshajam mane medicinal herbs. So these medicinal herbs that grow from bottom to top, urjamulamata shakam, right? Urdhvam jigatu, grow from down to top. So that means all the trees and herbs, let it grow. Urdhvam jigatu beshajam shanno astu. Let there be mangalam for all the two-legged creatures. Who are two-legged creatures? Human being. Shanno astu dvipate shan chatushpade. Oh, what are four-legged? Cows. Right? Cows, lion, anything you take, goat. All the four tiryak, which are flat. Okay? So shanno astu dvipate chan chatushpade. Om, let there be peace. All the unwanted things I did with my mind. Adhyatmika. All those settle in peace. Adi bhaudika, anything natural. Second, peace. If there is some calamity, natural calamity, let it go quickly and let be peace upon us. Om Shanti Shanti. And then third one is Adi Devatam. Supernatural. We don't know, something happens. This COVID came. We don't know how it came. When that comes, let that all the evil things go away. Adhyatmika, Adi Bhaudika, Adi Devika, Shanti. So this comes in Yajur Veda, Brahmana Bhaga. Then we all know what we do in Ashwamedha. So the Ashwamedha, they say it is a horse sacrifice. Oh, they did it as a symbolic. What does horse signify? Horse signifies for valor. Horse is power. That's why in power, when you are talking about power, what do you call? Horsepower. How much is the horsepower? So horse signifies valor. So people need to have strength. People individually and collectively need to have strength. So we are asking people to do things that will give them strength mentally, that will give strength academically, educationally, and that will give strength collectively. That is why Ashwamedha was done. Although it is Ashwamedha is the highest yajna one can do, that was symbolic in nature. So what did Ashwamedha do? The Ashwamedha tried to bring people together. Eka Chakravarti, he will try to rule the land in a proper way. When he rules the land, the entire land body in a proper way, other chota rajas will respect him. So that is known as Ashwamedha. Medha mane yajna, Ashwa mane to use horse as a symbolic symbol. So how does it begin? Sangrahan yeshtya yajate, sangrahan karo. The yajna, then what is the purpose? The yajna is supposed to show the valor of a Chakravarti. But then it says, hey Chakravarti, first unite people, don't divide people. Sangrahan karo. That is your yajna. Your yajna is not to go kill somebody. Your yajna, your karma, if you are taken a vow to do this Ashwamedha, the Prathama duty is unite people. Sangrahan, this is your ishti. This is your duty. Ishtamane ishta kamyartham. So you wanted to be a Chakravarti. So don't divide and rule. Unite and rule. See, Veda did something which the conquerors did not do. Conquerors divided and ruled. Whereas Veda says unite and rule. That's why if you are a Chakravarti, they give you one white umbrella. That means it shows peace. And there is only one umbrella. You cannot have two umbrellas. Because you are uniting the entire land body, entire kingdom under one rule of law. That law will always be peaceful. That is why for a Chakravarti, the Chhatra, the umbrella will be white and only one. Sangrahan yeshtya yajate. If you want, if you desire, rule properly under one umbrella. Sangrahan yeshtya yajate imam janatagum. Bring, Veda has its own way of linking words. So the Yajur Veda says janatagum, whereas that gum sound will not come in Rig Veda. That is all poetic structure. Let's not worry about it. Let's take the meaning. Imam janatagum sangrunnaniti. Sangrahan karo, ye log ko, imam, this log, idi jagatali, the entire log. Bring them under one umbrella, under good rule of law. Imam janatagum sangrunnaniti. Dvadasa ratni rasana bhavati. Then it says, so then it gives you an example. How do I unite? Don't you know 12 months are united to make one samvatsara? Likewise, you unite these people with a rassi. Kya rassi? O dharma ka rassi. Use it. Imam janatagum sangrunnaniti. Dvadasa ratni rasana bhavati. Dvadasa masa samvatsaraha. So it gives you an example. So people will think, what is the connection between the first line and the second line? The second line gives you the example. Dvadasa masa samvatsara. Like 12 months make a samvatsara. Likewise, you unite the people under one rule of law. What is that law? Dharma. Dvadasa masa samvatsara. Samvatsarameva varunde maunji bhavati. So let that maunji thread. Urjameva urgvai munja aha urjameva var. Urjam mane growth. You can take it as peace. We only want peace. Urjameva varunde. And then it tells something that, okay, when do we start? Chitra nakshatram bhavati. Let us take one auspicious time. And Veda for that particular instance says Chaitra Masame because it's a springtime. Chitra Nakshatrame, let's all do this. But the symbolic meaning, those are all additional. But the important meaning is you have to unite people under one umbrella. So this is the beginning of Ashwamedha Ishti. Then in that Ashwamedha Ishti, you have to have the Raja Patni. Raja Patni is important. So down the line, somewhere in Samhita, Saptamakand mein fourth Prapataka or fourth Prashna. In fourth Prashna, it says beautiful. The queen who is helping her husband to do the Ashwamedha, praise the Lord. She says, I want progenies who will rule this land like Kausalya did, like Sumitra did. So, how did Rama come into this world? Although he is an avatara, he came because of Ashwamedha Yaga. As part of Ashwamedha Yaga, Rishyasingha did Putra Kameshti. But the important Yaga Dasharatha did to get Rama is Ashwamedha. In that Ashwamedha Yaga, Kausalya and Sumitra and Kaikeyi prayed the Lord to bless them with good son who will rule the land as proposed by Ikshvaku. Ikshvaku Vamsa Prabhavaha. Like the forefathers, like Ikshvaku, Manu, Mandhata, Ajay, Nabha, Dasharatha, like them, they all prayed as part of Ashwamedha Yaga to give a progeny who will be a blessed son. So they are praying their forefathers. So the Veda, where was the clue? This clue for Ramayana came from Yajur. What did I say? Yajur to Rashtra Geethams. There are so many pearls in Yajur which we recite on a daily basis. They are nothing but national welfare. Slogans. Ambhe ambal yambike namanayati sasasti ashwakaha. Beautiful. So, the queen, the Rajmata, prays while her husband is doing Ashwamedha Ishti. She prays, hey my mother, hey my grandmother, hey my great grandmother. Because they are the people who lived well. Right? Nana nani ko pukaro. Hey mother, ambe, ambalike. That means forefathers. Mata mahi, pita mahi, mata. So the Veda asks, as if the queen is doing this yajna. So the queen prays for her mother, her grandmother, her great grandmother, and says, I don't want to beget a son who will be stupid. I don't want to beget a son who will be weak. Sasasti means sluggish. Na sasasti. I don't want to beget a son who is lazy. I don't want to beget a son who is weak. I want a good son. Why? Because he is the one who will protect. Son and daughter, you can take it according to circumstances. Ambhe ambhal yambike namanayati sasastya swakaha. The word comes as a compound word. Sasastya swakaha. But you have to split it. Sasasti plus ashwakaha. Sasastyashwakaha. The compound becomes sasastyashwakaha. It is the characters, two characters. One laziness, another one is weakness. Sasasti mane dull. Dull physically, dull mentally. Ashwakaha mane not strong. So I don't want to beget somebody who is weak. I don't want to beget somebody who is dull. Give me a son like Rama. Ramo dasaratir bhutva. Vyasa says this. So Vyasa picks this. So when he is praying to Ram, Vyasa says, Rama, you are a man of valor. So I pray to you, Ramo dasaratir bhutva pulasya kulanandanam jagana ravanam sankye tasmai kshatratmane namaha. The same Ashwamedh mantra, the Ved Bhag which the queen prays, Vyasa says, I see in Rama. Ramo dasaratir bhutva pulasya kulanandanam jagana. Rama, you killed the entire battalion of Ravana, who is the son of Pulasya Magarishi. This is Vyasa says in Mahabharata. Because Ashwamedha asks for a son or a daughter who is brave. Then he says, Rama, you came because of Ashwamedha Yajna. So you are a man of valor. Tasmai kshatram mane valor. Tasmai kshatratmane namaha. You see, what is Ramayana and Mahabharata? Ramayana and Mahabharata are itihasas. But what is the purpose of itihasas? To explain the meaning of Veda. So it clearly explains. Tasmai kshatratmane namaha. So Rama is known for his Vakam Bana. He was known for his one Bana. Tyagaraja sings in Harikambodhi. The saint Tyagaraja, Vakamata, Vakabhana, Vakapatni Vratadu. Hey Manasa, you have gotten vow that you will only speak the truth. Vakamata. Ramaha Dhvir na abhibhashate. Rama himself says to Kaikeyi in Valmiki Ramayana, Ramaha Dvi, he won't twist the tongue and speak. Dhvir na abhibhashate. So in Telugu, Tyagaraja sings, Vakamata, Vakabhana, Vakapatni, Pratude. Hey Manasa, you have to pray only that person who is true to his words, who is strong, and who is respecting of the women. You see, all, whether whatever it is a bhakti saint, or whether it is any shastra, whether any smritis, everything depend on Veda. So then what this lady says, this queen, because of Ashwamedha, let's take that she begot a good son like Rama. Then she says, hey son, hey Pati, you both now rule the land according to dharma, so that every human being under your governance, Ashwamedh Bhag mein aata hai, under your governance, they should be able to fulfill and chase their dreams. It's not that only now we are chasing the dream. In Ashwamedha, the queen says, I got a good son, I got a good daughter. Now, you daughter and son and my husband, you all work towards the well-being of the people so that they can chase Purushartha. What are the Purushartha? Chaturvida Purushartha. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. So you, Raja, who did this Ashwamedha, Thau Saha Chaturpadaha Samprasarayavahai. This is Ashwamedha mantra. Thau mane dual. You. Who are the two yous? The Raja and the daughter. The Raja and the son. Tau Saha Chaturaf Padaha. You have to take the people to be successful in their Purushartha. Tau, who? You should do that. You should help the people, Saha, along. You should carry the people along. Tau Saha Chaturaf Padaha Samprasarayavahai. See, that queen in the previous mantra prays for a good progeny. Then let's assume in the meantime the progenies have grown, they have become young woman and young man, so that they can assist the father in ruling. Then that queen, she doesn't get satisfied after becoming a mother, after raising them to Yuva and Yuvati. She dictates the father, that is the king, and the prince and the princess, that you all work together. Tau Saha Chaturaf Padaha. What are the four paths? Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Let all the people. What is it? Chaturaf Padaha Samprasarayavahai. Sar. What is the sar? Let the people benefit the juice. Sara. It says, let them benefit the juice of the Purushartha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. So let all the people under your rule of law get what they want as described in the Chaturvida Purushartha. You see, that is the thing. So Vedas may be distributed ubiquitously. That means spread everywhere. But that is what Sutrakaras, like Rishis, later day Rishis, they out of their benevolence, they thought that it will be very difficult to pick things. So let us pick things and then assemble them in such a way that these mantras, which are the way of living, be used in all the daily rituals and Masika rituals and Paksha rituals and Samvatsara rituals and all the 40 different samskaras you do. Let us help them pick all these mantras. But when you read the meaning of this, they either talk about the way of living, they sing the praise of Devatas, they ask you to lead a good way of living. And they say, live according to Dharma. Then it says, if you live according to Dharma, what is the ultimate phala? Satyam prapadhye. This again comes in Aranyaka Bhaga. Satyam prapadye, ritam prapadye, amritam prapadye. So let us take refuge in Satya. Let us take refuge in Rita. Rita mein manasik mein bhi Satya. And then if you are true, you will enjoy the benefits of Amritam. Na Amritam iti Amritam. That is the moksha phala. You see, this is Veda. So we just think, okay, Veda means recite something. Vedas have meaning to it. Vedas are doctrines for living well. And today we saw how Vedas are used to invoke the blessings for the land we live, which is nothing but Rashtra Geetham. Parvata iva vichachalihi indro ivehas Dhruvasthishta iha rashtramudaraya idamundro adhidarate Dhruvante raja varuno Dhruvan devo brihaspatihi Dhruvanta indraschagnischa rashthandharayatam Dhruvam. Like the respectful Janaganamana talks about different land bhagas, Rigveda starts talking about Sindhu, Sindhau Adikshiye, and then it talks about Saraswati. Later portions of Vedas like Aranyaka, second Prapataka of Aranyaka mentions Ganges and Yamuna. Note it down. So they say that Ganges and Yamuna are not in Veda. No, Ganges and Yamuna. But in later portions of Veda, these may not be in the anthology portion. It doesn't matter. So it comes somewhere in the second Prapataka of Aranyaka Bhag. There is a mention about Ganges and Yamuna. So civilization has refined. Civilization has moved from Indus River into the fertile lands of Ganges and Yamuna. See, what did I say? All this Rashtra Geeta have some basic in the original gospel. The gospel for Sanatani is Veda. Right? So the Tacham Yar Avrini, everybody recites. That is in the Brahmana Bhaga that invokes the well-being for the entire creature. So Vedas are gospels for living well. They are Rashtra Geetham. Tachanyor Avrini Mahe Gatum Yajnaya Gatum Yaj. So you should not be very esoteric. You should not be narrow-minded and say Yajna means only puja. But you have to interpret in a broader way to take the meaning based on the circumstance. So Yajna mane Kriya. Good Kriya. Building a dam, building a road, putting 3G, 4G, whatever it is, infrastructure, because to improve the life. Gatum Yajnaya, Gatum Yajna, let it protect the rulers who rule under Dharma. Gatum Yajnaya, Gatum Yajnapate, Daivihi, Devatas. It doesn't particularly say one Deva, it gives abstract. It doesn't say it has to be only this god, that god. Devi swastirastu naha, because Mrs. Mehta may have one preferable god. Shubham may have one preference to one particular god. As long as you believe, Devi swastirastu naha, swastir manushebhyaha, then it says manushebhyaha swasti. Let every people enjoy swasti, Mangala. Swasti mane Mangala, happiness. Swastir manushebhyaha. So, sanno astu dvipate, like men. Dvipate mane men. Shan chatushpate, all the tiryak, all the animals with 4 legs. San chatushpate, then all the plants and trees. So it has covered universality. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shubham Bhavatu Mangalam Bhavatu Namassabhayai.